Hi there, welcome to Floating Books. Today I'm going to be showing you my coloring book collection because I did a video a couple of weeks ago all about my new hobby and I went a little ham buying coloring books, so I thought I could show you what it is that I decided to purchase, and we're actually in the spot where I usually color because I do that in my kitchen because I have a really nice bright window right here, so that's always lovely, and I'm right by the door, so if there's a little bit of a breeze I get like this outside in sort of feeling, so that's why I like to sit here and color. I have a little bit of a different setup than most people, I think, for my coloring books because I don't keep them together by brand, but I keep them together by type or theme, you could say, so that it's easier for me to actually find what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for something fairy tale focused, then I'm gonna go for that. If I'm looking for something that just has scenes, I can go for that. If I want something bold and easy, I have those together as well. And then depending on, like, does it have animals? Does it have humans? I have it all like figured out that way. So I'm just gonna show you from like those categories what it is that I have, and I'll tell you a little bit about how much I like them as well if I have already colored in them. But I did sort of buy multiples of like authors and like creators that I like the scenes of. So if I did already do some coloring, then very often I have multiples by that brand. So that's why I didn't want to do it by brand, but more so by vibe, you could say. The first one is quite new to me. This is something I only picked up the other day. This is by Willow Lake Studio, and this is the Coloring Practice coloring book for patterns and techniques. So this just gives you free reign to do what you want. So there are pages for swatches at the start, and then it has a bunch of these kind of pages. So that helps you to figure out like color schemes if you want, or if you want to like learn how to do certain patterns. This is just a book where you can practice, and here for instance you can practice your blending if you'd like, or gradients, or whatever it is you want to do. And then here as well you have some more like color swatches, things you can like practice to like have transitions and stuff. And then it also has like practice swatches for like bushes and animals and trees. So, and like brick walls and stuff. I think it also has tiles and windows. So it has quite a lot of like fun things for you to just practice some coloring. This is something that I did see a lot of people like play around with, but I'm not planning on doing tutorials, but I thought it could be nice to have a book where I can just like play around with things before I start coloring. But very often I now just like wing it as I'm putting the pages together, which has been working just fine for me, but this way I felt I could like make it a bit easier on myself. Next up I have two of these bigger sized coloring books, which I actually don't enjoy as much as I thought I would. This one is by Jade Summer, and it's dark fantasy inspired, but what I don't like about this is that a lot of the pages already have all the shading done, so all you need to do is just color it in and then you'll get the effect. Let me see, where's the one that I like the best? So this is one that I did do in this, but it doesn't take much because you just color it in, and so it's nice if you just want to do like different colors or something, but because it has all the shading and detailing already done, which I didn't know going into it. When I just saw it, I was like, ooh, dark fantasy with like warlocks and like evil queens and stuff. That sounds like something I might enjoy coloring. But then the way the pages are laid out, I don't love that because I like to do the shading and the details myself a little bit more. And then I bought Pocket World from Coco, which is pretty because I was like, ooh, Polly Pocket. I used to love that when I was a kid. But look at how fine the lines are. Like, I think this is more like a book that you should use with like colored pencils rather than alcohol markers because they are so detailed. So I need to delve into this to see whether I actually like it, but this I was a little disappointed with because I thought it was going to be like bolder images, you could say. So I could use it with my alcohol markers, which now is a little bit more difficult to do. I only have a couple of these like bold and easy sort of books. I like these, but again, these I like more so for practice, to see what colors go together, or for instance to practice some blending and stuff because they give you a lot of space. So these are good, but that's why I only have a few of them, and actually one of these which is the flower and plants one, which I like, but this was gifted to me when I placed an order on Vinted. Someone has literally done like one flower, and then they haven't really done much else. And this is like, it looks like a nice book. I might want to gift it to my niece or something like that, but not something that I necessarily needed. I did buy this one. This is by Jade Summer, and this is fall vibes, and this just says, like, I also like these, like, if I don't know what to do, or if I don't have a lot of time, but I know I want to color, I do these bold and easy pages, because that's exactly what they are. They are bold and easy. I have Stress Relief from Coco, and here you can see, for instance, I was, like, practicing, like, blending in the mountains with this one, and, like, doing my first gradient sky, and trying to make a glowy moon. So these I sort of do, but like I like the patterns that you get in these sometimes as well. So I've done a couple of those, but they're not my favorite necessarily. And then this one is by Blue Jewel Books. This is also one of the first ones I bought. This is Relaxation. And I think this is the one where I did the first, yeah, this is my first ever coloring page I did. So this just has a lot of cute things in. And I do some things in here from time to time, but I have just found that these are nice for like quick and easy coloring, but they're not my favorites. I like it if there's a little bit more details, like little scenes and stuff, but these are sometimes a bit too easy. So then a category of coloring books that I do enjoy more is sort of like a step up from bold and easy, but it's still not including characters or human beings, because that's like a step up when it comes to your coloring. So these are the things I like the most if I just wanted to like do something like nice and colorful with color schemes, and I like things that have scenes in them but that don't have characters. So here I have Into Gardens by Coco. I've done a couple of things in here. This is one of the latest pages I've done in this book. So these are, again, sort of like borderline bold and easy, but I feel there's a little bit more detail. I really enjoy Tiny Gardens from Coloring Book Cafe. It's like every single thing is like there are little animals and characters and stuff in here, but it is, you know, just a step up from truly bold and easy, I find. Coco Hygge Place, I've done a couple of things in there. I have this one as well, Tiny Spaces. This is by Inky Mimi, and this is another page that I did in there. I really enjoy this one as well for like cute scenes and stuff. And then I have Little Corner from Coco that most of these images are like set in a corner like this, but some of them are also flat lays. And then I have the Dreamy Girl Hideaway from Soulful Nook. And this is a newer one that I've only just picked up. And this is also quite leaning towards the bold and easy category. And I'm not entirely sure about this one, whether I'm going to like it. But like there are some that are a little bit more intricate like this, but then others aren't. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. Sometimes I find that I would like to see more sample pages before you buy with some of these, but hey ho. The next category are like cutesy images, and these are some of my favorite images. So they have like little scenes with animals usually, and these are some of my favorites. So I have a couple of them here as well. This is a newer one. This is Happy Moments. This is by Bojiki. I don't know how to say this. And here you just have like animals having a nice day out. It's like all these like family vibes sort of thing. I also only just recently got Sui Hygge Heaven, and I got another Sui book because I really, really enjoy the Hygge Delights, and so I wanted to try out some more of their images. This is one I haven't colored in yet, but it's by a creator I wanted to try because I saw so many people doing really fun things with Cottage Friends by Janet Veronica, and this is like, it has crocodiles in, and like they're doing all these things on their farm, so it's a lot of farming images, which I thought was cute. This one you've heard me mention before in my other video. This is Fuzzy Hygge by Vivi Tinta. Vivi Tinta you're going to see a couple of other books by because I really enjoy them. Let me see if there's anything in here that I've done a little bit more recently that maybe you haven't seen yet. I've done quite a few of these already. Oh, this is one that I did more recently. And then I also really enjoy the Comfy and Cozy from Jade Summer. So this is actually one where I really started doing things in when I first got going. This is still quite like bold and easy, but they do have some fun scenes in this one. And then this, I believe, is quite new from Coco Wyo. It's Little Cuddles. And it's all these really cute things. Like, I love this page here. Wait. I love this one. Like, it's like a little hippo mermaid kind of thing. I just thought these were really cute. And it does have like some fairy tale aspects in it, but not too many. So that's a new one. And then I have my first berry coloring color book. This is volume 4. And this is one, a creator that so many people love. And it's just a lot of animals, again, doing cute things. Like, there's one here where they play video games. I thought that was nice. So that's another newer one to me. I only just got that in the other day. By far, my favorite coloring books are the things that are fantasy themed, so that are whimsical with fairies and satyrs and centaurs and unicorns and medieval whatever. That's what I like best. So I therefore now have some new things that, yeah, I think I'm gonna like. So here is a new one from Fwee. This is Hygge Patterns. And it's very similar to the next one I'm gonna show you, which is Hygge Delights, which I really enjoy. But this has these like mandala effects in. So if you like more intricate coloring, but you do want it in scenes, I thought that this was pretty ingenious. And I haven't seen other creators or other coloring book creators really doing like this mix of the cutesy things with the mandalas, and I don't have too many of those coloring books, of course. And then here is the one that I really enjoy. This is from Fwee. This is Hygge Delights. And here I keep coloring pages in here because I just like it. Here is one that I did the other day. For once, I didn't go with like a particular color scheme or something because very often with the Fwee ones, I really enjoy doing like rainbow things and like bright colors and really sort of testing color schemes. I don't know why, I really like doing that in that book. This is one from Hygge Artful. This is Dreamy Fuzzy, and here you just have all these little fairy characters doing things in forests and whatnot. So that's one I really enjoy, at least I hope I do. And then this is one that I'm really exploring, and that just made me realize that I really enjoy these fairy tale-esque settings. This is by Anna Amelia, Fairy Fuzz. So I've done a couple in here. Let me show you. This little bear, the fairy bear. I really enjoy that one. So you're gonna see this artist coming up a few times because I now have Mermaid Dreams by that same creator. I have Secret Forest, and then I think there is another one coming up because I just like the characters in these books a lot. I bought Diddy Plums's Fluffy Tales, so I believe that these are all fairy tale inspired. So we have a bit of Little Red Riding Hood, it seems. I don't always recognize the stories. Oh, I think this one has to be Pinocchio. So that's a really fun one. And Diddy Plums, I believe, is also not one of like the bigger creators, you could say. This one I've been using quite a bit because I really enjoy Vivi Tinta. As I said, this is Fuzzy Tales. And in here, I've been doing a couple of colorings as well. So I did this underwater scene the other day. This is new from Coco Wyo. This is Lala Friends, and it's all like, they're all like sleeping, resting, and it's got dragons. It's got, oh, look at him. Look at the dragon. A dragon having tea. I knew I needed that one. This is also quite new. This is Fantasyland from Southern Lotus, which is a brand I wanted to try, again with dragons. And he looks like Santa Claus, but it's actually a wizard, a cow dressed as a wizard. That's the theme. And it's got flying sheep. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Flying sheep, and you've got me. I have Dreamy Days from the Cool Kitsch Club, which I'm also really liking the look of. This is the one that they didn't print well from Amazon, but I do have all the images. And I really, really enjoy Froggy Day, so that's still coming up. So the Cool Kitsch Club is another favorite of mine. And then we have Whirly Art Mythical Worlds. So here I try to do like Nessie. So this is again, like each scene is a different sort of magical setting. And these books are a little bit thinner than the rest, just so you know. But I did decide to buy Whimsical Wildlands by the same creator because I do really like the scenes. So it's all like different little settings like that. And then I think this is their newest one. This is Kingdom Life. So it's all like scenes in like between fairies and like, I think there's unicorns in here too. Like we've got a dragon in its lair. So I do enjoy whirly art as well. So here's the final Anna Amelia book. This is Sweet Night. So these are all night scenes, which I thought could be cute. And then this is a creator I haven't tried yet, but I wanted to. So that's why in the final round of purchases, I decided to buy some Oda Ugda, and it's the Huldra Folk series. So the Huldra Folk Mountain Village and the Huldra Folk Whimsical Workers. So it has, again, like little elves and stuff in, which I just thought looked cute. I've seen a lot of people doing pages from these books. And here we have a little dry. Oh, this is actually the one on the front. It's like, that looks cute. So those were all of the whimsical fairy tale-esque ones, but I also like some animal-based things. So the other ones, of course, have animals in, but each scene has like multiple animals and it's like different animals in every scene. But you also have coloring books that sort of have a theme. So let me show you the one that I've colored in the most. And that is the Cool Kitsch Club's Froggy Days. I did another one in here the other day. I'm very proud of this one. I did a balloon and a sticker effect on one page. And this, every single scene has little frogs, and I love it. But now their newest one is Animals at the Fun Fair. So Fun Fair Days. So this does have different animals in every scene, but they're like on the bouncy castle, and they're like, I don't know what they're all doing. A Sealy show. It's so cute. And I love their coloring pages because they are, like, the lines are thin and there is detail, but they're still really easy to color. So I love that. So let me just get all of these out of the way then, because I have Whimsy Cute, which, like, on a swing. They did Quacky Days, which I think was just an Easter release. So this is Ducks, a duck in space. And they do capybaras as well, Cappy Days. So it's Capybara doing all of these different things. And then I have Cat Moments from Hikaru Kotz. This is something that another creator I wanted to try. So that's why I got one of those. And it's just cats doing things in scenes. So that's a newer one. And then I also got Jurassic Cuddles. This is by Bergamot Publishing. And you've got dinosaurs. But combined with mushrooms and bears. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. So it's not like... It's got llamas or alpacas as well. It's really fun. So that's Jurassic Cuddles. And then I have 5 more in the next section, and these are all destinations. So these all have a country sort of theme. It started with Cute London from the Cool Kitsch Club. So again, something I do some coloring in from time to time. So this just takes you across London and it shows you different scenes. And here I've colored in the London Eye with the foam boxes. I thought that was a fun one to try. And that sort of kicked off a lot of the things that I have here as well. So I did do the Cozy Escapes from the Coloring Book Cafe. So this is destinations. It kind of is. I mean, this is definitely Egypt. So some of the scenes are a little bit more easily recognizable as a certain destination in this, but not all the time. Then we have Cozy Europe from Jade Summer, which I thought was fun. So you've got some characters dancing and stuff. And then we have Cozy Japan, which I already owned in the other video as well. I'm going to be going to Japan this summer, so I sort of want to first go there and absorb all the colors and the smells and the sounds, and then have that coloring book as like a way to, maybe I'll take some coloring pens with me on the trip and the coloring book, so I can do coloring on the trip. I don't know yet whether that's going to fit into my suitcase, but that's sort of like the thing, like either when I come back or like before it, to like become more hyped up and remember things afterwards, or it's like a really fun thing to like color in pages at the end of the day when I need to unwind. Cozy Eras, then, this is not of course a destination, but it's like pictures from different decades. So I thought that was fun as well. So here we have the 70s with a little bit of disco. I think this is supposed to be like the late 90s or early 2000s with all of these like mobile phones and stuff. So that one's also by Jade Summer. And then the final category I have already selected what page I'm going to color next, but these are the pages with humans in, or like these kind of pages. So this is Girl Moments from Coco, and I really enjoy this one. I've done a couple of colorings in here. This is my latest one. And the next one that I want to do is the bookstore one, right? Yeah, I'm gonna color in this one next, the bookshop. And then I have Cozy Home from Vivi Tinta. Again, I like Vivi Tinta. These are finer lines though, so it can be a little bit difficult to color in sometimes. And then I found out that Lily Doodles has Nostalgic Girl, and it's girls throughout the ages. So it sort of ties in with Cozy Eras. But it's girls throughout the ages doing fun things. And then I know this isn't human beings, but because it's called Girls' Day, I do get a very similar vibe from this Vivi Tinta book. So this is animals doing all of these things, but they're sort of doing the same things as human beings. So here they are watching a movie and having a snack. So I feel like coloring-wise, I mean, it's not a human being, but it's animals, but that's the only difference. And those were all of the coloring books I currently have in my possession. I feel that's plenty for some time to come. I'm definitely not anywhere close to finishing any of these yet. But yeah, I feel this way. I have a variety, so whatever tickles my fancy, I have something to look forward to. And I know I will not be buying much anytime soon. There's new books coming out continuously, but I feel like I have a really nice range of things now. And of course, at first you need to test things out and see what you like. So now that I've decided for myself what I enjoy coloring most, it's just a matter of coloring them now. So thank you so very much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed having an overview now of all of the different coloring books that I have in my possession and what I like to color. And yeah, it's just something I do to unwind. So I don't have the aim to become the best coloring person online at all. Just something I'm really enjoying and playing with the colors. It's like doing makeup, but on paper. So that's why for me, it's been very successful. So thanks so much for being here today. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. If you are also doing these kind of colorings, let me know in a comment down below what your favorite book is. I would love to know. But don't leave me like suggestions like, why don't you have this one? Because I have plenty. I've got enough. So thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you again next week in a new video. Bye-bye.